Today is Tuesday, June 17, 2014, the 168th day of the year. There are 197 days remaining until the end of 2014. Sunrise today is at 5:06 a.m. The sun sets at 8:37 p.m. Length of daylight hours today is 15 hours, 30 minutes, 48 seconds. Of visible light, 16 hours, 36 minutes, 58 seconds. The waning gibbous moon, 19 days old, rises with 75% illumination at 11:52 p.m. today and sets at 10:27 a.m. Wednesday, passing above Rutland City at 227,067 miles distant from the center of planet Earth within the 11th zodiacal designation, Aquarius, the water bearer. On this day in 1462, Vlad III the Impaler of the Wallachian house of Dracula attempts to assassinate Mehmed II during the so-called night attack. Like so many happy relationships gone bad, Mehmed and Vlad Tepes, two of the original early modern European gangsters, enjoy an affectionate correspondence that promises mutual non-aggression, cooperation in the conquering department, and plenty of gold, big boxes of treasure. Mehmed, also known as Mehmed the Conqueror, Fatih Sultan Mehmed, and Mohammed II. By the 15th century, there's no shortage of nicknames in Europe, especially among the rape and pillage set. Mehmed is 21 when he conquers Constantinople. Imagine the charisma. This is a guy who looks good in armor. He puts an end to the Byzantine Empire, which is so complicated nobody knows what it is anyway, establishes his caliphate, a center of early modern Eastern European Islam. From Constantinople, what is now the modern-day capital of Turkey, Istanbul, Mehmed grows his empire. He wants to expand the family business. He wants to annex Wallachia, now modern-day Romania, from north of the Danube River to south of the Carpathian Mountains. Not so fortunate for Mehmed, Vlad Tepes, the future Impaler, is the fresh prince of Wallachia. No one calls him the Impaler to his face. They only start to do this once Vlad is safely in his grave, good and gone. When Mehmed demands Vlad pay him tribute, attacks on non-Muslims within his realm, Vlad tells Mehmed, forget about it, he can't afford to do it because he's just blown so much of his bankroll on his war with the Saxons of Transylvania. Actually, what Vlad does to make his point all the clearer is to move south into Bulgaria, impaling 23,000 of Mehmed's subjected Ottoman Turkish tribespeople. With the so-called the night attack, like fighting at night is so uncommon, but not if you're serious about killing a lot of people asleep in their tents, on June 17, 1462, a Thursday that year, Vlad plans a torchlight drive-by into Mehmed's camp, looking to put a lance through the conqueror's heart. Furious, Mehmed, the Sultan, that is Mohammed the Conqueror, survives, raises another army, and marches into the Wallachian capital to deal with Vlad. There, he finds another 20,000 impaled Turks. Bummer. But no Vlad. It's a horror show for even the Conqueror, and the cordial correspondence promising trunks full of gold and so forth previously enjoyed between Vlad Tepes and the Sultan. Gone are the days, all a wistful memory. Born this day in 1914, John Hersey, American journalist. Hersey's in Japan during the winter of 1945-1946, reporting the harsh aftermath of the war for the New Yorker magazine. He finds a document written by a Jesuit priest, survivor of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. Hersey travels to Hiroshima and makes contact with the priest who introduces the journalist to other survivors. Hersey's 31,000-word article, Hiroshima, is published in the August 31, 1946 issue of the New Yorker, taking up the entire magazine. 2 months later, Hiroshima is published as a book, becomes a bestseller, wins Hersey the Pulitzer Prize, and has been continuously in print ever since. The first sentence of Hiroshima reads, at exactly 15 minutes past 8 in the morning on August 6, 1945, Japanese time, at the moment when the atomic bomb flashed above Hiroshima, Miss Toshiko Sasaki, a clerk in the personnel department of the East Asia Tin Works, had just sat down at her place in the plant office and was turning her head to speak to the girl at the next desk. John Hersey dies March 24, 1993, at age 78 in Key West, Florida. Born this day in 1943, Barry Manilow, American singer, songwriter, and producer. The story goes one night in 1988, Bob Dylan bumps into Barry Manilow at a party and tells him, don't stop what you're doing, man. We're all inspired by you. First of all, Dylan and Barry Manilow at the same party. And if that's a true story, nothing in show business makes any sense at all anymore, like it ever did, ever, which, you know, John Lennon, George Harrison, Phil Spector, Will Rogers, Oklahoma cowboy, vaudeville performer, humorist, newspaper columnist, popular Hollywood movie star, once said, too many people spend money that they haven't earned to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like. Plain spoken with a laconic delivery, Will Rogers gives advice. Live in such a way that you would not be ashamed to sell your parrot to the town gossip. From Rutland, Vermont, this is Richard Alcott.